Thank you.
Yeah, okay. So like I was saying, this is you got me. Okay, so this was a template, right? This template is about business owner. So I just wanted you to see that there are many ways of doing this. So from this template, then I will go to my own personal way, right? Not necessarily personal way in the sense that it can change. Different things can change at any time, right? Now for this one, you have the background, the research goal, the research question, right? Then you have the method. The background is just like a story about the project. It's just a story about the project, what this project is about. That's the background. More like the literature review, right? Something like that, right? That you try to understand that, okay, this is what is happening at this period of time. So that's the background. Then after the background, the research goal is just what you want to achieve at the later end, what you are looking on to achieve with the research that you are doing, right? Then we have the research question. We will talk about the questions, right? Then we have the methods. This one says 30 minutes in person or video interview session to gather in-depth qualitative data, right? So in this sense, what they want to do is interview, one-on-one interview with persons. They said 30 minutes, so it's being specific, right? But maybe sometimes you don't want to be specific, but you want to, because to help the person that wants to come on board. If you tell them about 15 minutes interview, maybe they will be interested. Okay, no voila. But if you don't put it, they might look at it, maybe it's an hour or maybe 15, maybe 2 days interview, right? So this person is just showing the method. You know, this one is what the person is saying here is qualitative, right? Then the person goes to recruiting. How many people? The recruiting is first is how many people will you be interviewing, right? The second one is selection criteria, right? What are the criteria you are looking into to select these people that you want to interview, right? So then this is just a script, right? Blah 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 blah, right? So and then interview question. This is just the first thing, but this is not really what I want to show you guys. I just want you to know that there are many ways people do their thing, and everybody try to implement it different ways, right? So, so then let's new share. Let's go here, right? Great. So this one is what I personally created, what I personally like, right? Because it try to cover as much as possible that is necessary. Now, it's not a must that you must cover everything. There are some projects that you might not be able to cover everything, might not, right? And there are some that definitely you have to cover every single thing for you to be able to understand how it works, right? For you to be able to get the full details about it. Now, let's see something. Let's use this for example. Right, good. We can all see this, right?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, good. So now let's use this as an example. This is user research plan. Let's use this as a case study for what we want to do, right? So now for this one, they have project background, right? So the project background is okay, let's say the project background start this way. It says having a huge gap between corpers with little or no experience and the companies in need of labor capacity. Corpus opportunity tends to provide a platform for firms to make use of large labor force in Nigeria. This aims to help corpus gain adequate experience within their youth service tier along other endeavors. Corpus opportunity tends to let's forgive that typographical. Tends to reach across various sectors and help build the labor force with the necessary knowledge, right? So the project background is just talking about the project as a whole. So like I said, most time it's just a summary of your literature review, like our project back then in school. So the summary of the whole thing. So you just bring it to it and then put it down, right? Then the other section, which is reported as the project background, is to be able to identify the problem itself, right? For example, let's say someone wants to provide a solution for is it antenatal, the antenatal period, is it antenatal period or something? So like the pregnancy period before the childbirth, right? Something like that, right? So let's say someone wants to create a application or something that could help the person know when to come for maybe the planning or something, or when they come to the hospital or so, and so that it will not affect, or when it could predict when any pain could come at any instant. It could predict and say, okay, by 4 p.m. there will be this certain pain, right? So for you to release, for you to help yourself, you have to do. So first, it's just the problem statement. The problem statement is that many pregnant women go through pains before childbirth because of blah, 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 blah. So just the person talking about this problem statement. Now, for this particular thing, it says, no fewer, this one, I think this was a quote from, said Director General Brigade, blah, 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 Suleiman Kazari, NYC something, no fewer than 300,000 graduates are mobilized annually for National Youth Service Corps, right? NYC program in its over 40 years of existence, right? Which what they are saying is that every year they have about 30,000 graduates that are being mobilized to different places across Nigeria, right, for NYC purpose, which means that is a huge gap, 30,000 graduates in a year. That is more like, I don't know what percentage it did of the whole population of Nigeria itself, but that's huge, right? That's a big thing. So, which means that if that 30,000 Nigerians can be used adequately, it could help the economy of Nigeria as a whole, right? And then if that 30,000 is not being curbed, it could destroy the economy, one, it could destroy the integrity of the nation as a whole, and it could be a negative effect to companies or organizations, right? Now, so in our continent, this statistics show that within 10 years, blah, 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 over 3 million graduates would have been through this scheme. Out of this huge number, fewer numbers have had the opportunity of building the experience for which the scheme was intended. This is a huge labor gap, which, if we were utilized in various sectors within the country, would help increase the economy. And they said no country can go exponentially without the much impact of the majority, which makes the task of empowering them and bridging the gap of experience very important, right? So the person just stated some Uyinbo here and the likes, right? So the end of the problem, the problem statement itself is just that there is that huge gap of labor for organizations, and then there is a huge number of graduates every year. So what can be done that the graduates will be effectively used in organizations, and then in return, the graduates, we have benefits, gaining experience. Now imagine someone that is just coming from university and does not have experience in code, right? So what this thing is doing for them is helping them to be used as the labor force in an organization, in the sense that they are getting returns in compensation, and then remuneration, and then in experience, right? And yeah, so that's what they are thinking as a public statement. Before we go on, any question, anything? Anything? Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh. Okay. Hussein is a male. Abdulaziz Akombi. Is he here? He's not here. One. Ganiat Temitope, is she here? Oh yes, she is.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Okay. Let's do let's split you guys to 4 then. I don't want to make okay. What's this? I don't want to Ararat or something. Is she here? No. Okay, we do it later then when everybody's there. Yeah, so as I was saying, so yeah, that's for the problem statement, right? Then the next one is the research objective. The next one we have is the research objective, which is very important also, right? Now, for this thing, first, you have to know that your research plan, you are doing that research plan to help you as a person or to help the organization. Nobody will ask for your research plan for any reason, so to say, right? They just want to see the report. But what you are doing is just to help yourself organize things. That's why you are bringing up a research plan, right? So what they need or what people need is just the insight from your research report, not even your research report, so to say, because in research, everybody loves data, but then we don't want the whole data. We just want, okay, what is in this data that is useful? What is the insight that can be used for this project, right? That's the whole essence of your research, right? So that at the end, you can use that insight, then you can use it to stimulate your design process, right? So we have research objective. For this one, they have about 7 research objectives. I mean, you don't need to have so much, but it's just that what they are trying to do, is in 2 phases. It has the corporate phase and then it has the organization phase, right? Now, the organization can be HR, can be hiring manager, it can be CEO, it can be, I don't know, organization, something, or recruiters, maybe another organization that is working as a recruiting firm for organizations, right? So first, research objective, 1 says to understand corporate pain points when in a new state. Now, your research objective is based on your own projects, right? Your objective is based on your own projects. Research objective means that, okay, what are the things you are looking into after the research has been done? So what are those things you are looking into after the research has been done? So first, you want to say, okay, to understand this and this and this, or to do this and this and this, depending on the project you are working on. So for this one, okay, let's say, for example, for someone that is working on that antenatal something that I talked about, let's say the research objective is to understand pregnant women's pain during antenatal period, or to understand what pregnant women are using or do use during the antenatal to reduce pain or something, to understand the means whereby they use to affect what they are doing, right? So all different things with their different objectives. Let's say for someone that is working on, let's say something similar like Airbnb, that's rentage and all those things, right? You want to say, okay, to understand the pain point of user of a person when the person is in a new environment, right? Let's say you travel from here, then you went to maybe somewhere like Amsterdam or somewhere like Georgia or somewhere like Paris or something, right? And then you get there for the very first time. Now, for that person, doesn't even know where to go next, right? So you want to create a means for them to be able to just pop up, click on the application on something, and then search, okay, I'm in this location, where is the next this and this and this, and then they'll be able to get it. Or maybe you want to create a means whereby people can, oh, that's nice. I did not think of that before. Where people can locate the next, what's it called? The next filling station when they are traveling. You are traveling, then you are driving, right? And you want to know the next filling station, right? You can just come there and click on it, and then it will show you your location. Then it will show you the next filling station, and then it can show you the rating. That's cool. It can show you the rating of each filling station. Okay, this one is kilogram per liter, this one is this, and this one is this. Then maybe show you little details about the quality of their gasoline or something, right? Maybe it could make sense, right, to some persons. I'm not saying, right? So what you are trying to do is you are trying as much as possible. You know what the person feels when you are driving, and then your fuel gauge is crying like, hey, my, and you know that, hey, this is not a joke, right? So, and you don't know because you are driving. So for most people, you would have filled the whole tank, and like, let's say something happened and you're not able to fill the tank because you're leaving Lagos, and Lagos, all the old filling station in Lagos, they are occupied. Maybe they have about 100 people already in queue. So, and you don't want to wait because of where you are going. So you said, okay, maybe when I get to IB or when I get to Ogun State, and then you are going to somewhere like Abuja, and you say, when I get to Ogun State, I'll be able to buy. And then you get to Ogun State, and there's some things happen. Now you're in Ibadan, and you don't know the whole thing in the IB. So now you want to try as much as possible to locate the best, so that it won't knock your own engine as you are traveling, because that's another problem, right? Because Abuja is very far. Right? So that's the research objective, very important, right? So to understand organizations search for human resource, to understand how hiring managers search between inexperienced personnel, to understand what corporates do to get a desired company, and the likes. Then we have the next one, which is the stakeholder insights. Stakeholder insights. I'm trying as much as possible to go through all this so that it will be easy for every one of us, right? So we have what they call the stakeholder insight. What is this stakeholder insight about, right? First, you know, one thing I said, maybe I think I did, about product design is that product design is the intersection between the business, the user, and the technology. So it really dwells between those three. So it is very important that you must understand from those three perspectives before you can continue your work. You must understand from the user perspective. Of course, it's very, it's the focus is the user. Yes, true. But don't forget that the person that is providing that solution is doing it as a business. It's not an NGO. It's not a charity company. It's a company that is looking into revenue. So as you are designing for them, you are designing in the sense that looking at the business perspective, which is very important, why you must take what? Stakeholders' insight. Because they are the owner of the business, so they know what exactly they want. Yes, you are building for user, good, but you must not forget that it is a company that is building it. You are the designer, yes. You are advocating for the user, yes, but you must advocate for the stakeholder too, in the business aspect, right? So you must try to make interviews, right, or try to ask the stakeholders some certain questions. So you want to put it in your plan that, okay, to understand the business focus, why are you doing all the stakeholder interviews first? To understand the business focus, to understand what is important as a company, and then to understand the technological scope, right? Remember I said that it is between the intersection of three: technology, business, and user. So the technology aspect, if, for example, what they are building, it is in-house team. So since it's in-house team, you must be able to meet the technological person or technological or whatsoever team to know what is possible and what is not possible, right? So that you're not designing a whole thing, and then maybe you are putting bird that is flying up and down, and they know that, guy, this bird cannot work, right? Because technically it cannot work, right? So, but once you understand the technological scope, it helps you, it saves you of so many things along when you begin to design. That's the one thing about research. Research saves you stress. It makes our life easy. It brings it reduces the number of struggles that you will do in your design process, right? Then yeah, so that's for stakeholder. Then we have the audience or the research participants. This is really, really important, right? For everybody, for every project we have their own audience and we have their own participants. We will not be the same. It is not even possible to be the same, right? And try as much as possible. Don't put your audience, some people will say audience, human being, or audience, male and female, and something, right? It's good, but you sometimes it just need to be a little bit more specific, not just male and female. Who specifically? It doesn't have to be male, it doesn't have to be female. For example, you are building a platform for pregnant women. You cannot say every human being. It's not every human being that are doing it. It's people that are in that scenario, or people that are looking to learn about it before they get to that scenario. So it has the coverage. So every other thing, we just move towards that coverage. You are building something for someone that, let's say something like Airbnb. I mean, I cannot use Airbnb where I am. I am where I have paid for the apartment and all those things. So why do I need the Airbnb? When I'm coming home, I know where to go. I just go home and the likes, right? But there is an instance where Airbnb works. And that's if anybody is moving to a new environment for the first time, or it's not even an environment, you want to sort out someone that is coming from somewhere, and then you need to get an hotel or something for the person, make the person fine and all those things. So there is a particular need for your audience. So you want to put that out, you want to write it out and the likes. So that audience will make you know who you want to research about. You cannot make research about, for example, like we said that you are building something for a pregnant person. You cannot call someone in secondary school. Just imagine, let's say a male in secondary school, and you want to interview the person for pregnant women application. It doesn't work. It's not your target audience. So you want to know the reason why you are bringing someone for an interview. The person must at least have something that you know that, okay, it could help this interview process. So that's the reason why you are bringing. So there must be like, we call it participant criteria. So there must be participant criteria. These are criteria that you use to, okay, this and this and this is why I chose this particular kind of person, and then you go about it, right? And then, yeah, KPI. I know everybody know what KPI is. Did I still remember myself? What's KPI? Sorry. I remember.
Performance index.
Said something.
Performance index.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thanks. Performance index. Yeah. Thanks. Key point indicator. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. Exactly. So, which is very important, right? And it helps a lot, your KPI, right? It makes you to, and the KPI doesn't have to be one English or something. It's just what you want to set for yourself. That's why I call it research expectation or rough KPI, right? This is, this whole thing is the model that I personally use. Okay, good. So this is the model that I personally use for this work, right? For most work, right? Now, one says, what is my expectation after this? I would have get to know the key important things to hiring management when work experience is not needed. Right? Because in this kind of project, we know that you are bringing copper in. For example, this project, let me use this as an example. You are bringing copper into an organization. And to them in that organization, they cannot just take in corpers because first, they don't know him. Now, the corper does not have work experience, which is another problem. Now, assuming you have work experience, they know what you have done, they know your track record of things, but now it doesn't have track record. So in the instance whereby there's no track record, what will you request for as an organization? I must have known that by the end of the research, right? Now, two, I should have known the corpus pain points in getting experience. Now, we said I should have experience, but if nobody is giving me an opportunity to gain experience, how will I have the experience? Right, so getting to know corpus pain point in getting experience. Once we have achieved that, then we have achieved two of our expectation, research expectation. That's those measuring means. Those two are measuring means. The third one is to get to see how corpus sort their way around getting experience or getting to a desired organization. What means, what methodology, what this in the corpus use to get to organization that they desire. First, why are we doing this? Is for us to be able to, that's the mechanical means. Now we want to turn it to a digital means that will be easy. So we need to understand several people. It's just the thing of our machine learning and artificial intelligence, right? It's not as though they brought it from heaven or something. No, it is our own different observation about things bring together so that the computer or the machine can make better decision. How? By having multiple lines and parts of decision. So he has a whole lot. He knows that if A is blocked, he can use B. If B is blocked, he can use C. Why did they get A, B, C to D? It's from human like us, right? Something like that, right? And then the fourth one, it says, get to know how organizations sort labor force and issue they face sorting labor force. So you want to more like get to know how organizations search for labor force and issue they face sorting it, right? Okay, so that being that, so then you go to the beautiful aspect of it, where you write out your survey, right? When you write out your survey to make something nice, right? So you have the research question here, right? So we have this for corpus, your email, yeah, I mean, this is, like I said, it's two kind of way platform. We have two persons on this platform. We have the corpus and we have the organizations, right? Now you want to make research. You want to separate the research of corpus to be different from the research of organization, right? Now, what we want to do first, we want to do quantitative first, then we want to do qualitative after. So we want to do by numbers. Now, what are the target number we are looking on to? Let's say you are looking at about 50 people to fill the form. Oh, good, that's the target, right? Now, what are the questions you want to ask? It is advised that the question should not be more than 10, right? But for this project, the questions were more than 10. I mean, they are about 16, yeah. Why was this 16? Was because the 10 question could not, could not answer what I needed. I mean, they could not, even if it is 10, it stop here. I might not get anything solid or that makes sense to solve what I'm trying to look into. And I did not see how I could compress it to be 10. So I just make it 16, right? So, I mean, you might want to check your own to be 10. There's a bit too high. So, what are the information I need? I need their email. Why? Because I want to, at later end, try to, if I see someone that feel it and is interesting enough for me, I can call them for a qualitative research. That's why their email is here. This next question, are you a corper or intended corper as corper? This one is just for me to understand from what perspective the person is talking from. Is it coming from the person I've done a service here already? And so he knows for that person, it's just looking back, so he knows that that process was awesome, or thank God for this time I was able to do A, B, and C, right? But for the person that is just going through it, is frustrated, right? Especially when their 18,000 is not, sorry, is it 18,000 now? 33,000. When the amount they are paying them is not coming in, right? Let's say there's a month and they have to pay them, but it's not coming in. You know, that kind of person is already frustrated when money is not coming. So yeah, so then this, so all those questions are based on a particular thing that I'm looking forward to. Now, all these questions are relative to all the other things that have been before. All this research expectation, research objective, and all these things. All these ones are the ones that help me to bring out all these questions I brought out. Without those ones I had, I would not have been able to bring out all these questions. Do we get me? Okay, good. So for then the second one, I brought out questions too. These are, sorry, these are another question I brought in out. So that these ones are for recruiters, managers, and CEOs. Then I think this is hey team. Right, so those are the questions. Then we have the US research plan and research plan methodology, right? So the first one says we do this methodology means the means by which we are going to do research, the means by which I am looking forward to do this particular research, right? So the first one I said is not, there's no open-ended questions, right? Question or survey using Google Form. Yeah, so I have the first one, so, question or survey using Google Form. I have interview with at least 15 persons, right? This interview is one-on-one interview, right? 10 corpers, 5 hiring manager, and 5 recruiters or CEO, right? I could reduce it to be 5, right? And make it 15. No wahala with that. Don't make it too much. And you can make it 2. Once you have average of 5 persons for your interviews, okay. I mean, it will help, but you just need to know those 5 people. They have to be different. They don't have to be the same person. They have to have different experience. It will help you to create a better experience for your user. When different people that you interview have different point of view about it, so you'll be able to analyze things very well, right? Yeah, so another thing you want to do is you want to analyze and get the customer insight from the data. So now once you've gotten the research report, you want to analyze the research report and get insight from the data, right? Then we have competitive analysis, which is normal, right? Then we have the research duration, which is 4 to 10 days. We have survey, we have interview, then yeah. So that is that for that. So one thing I want us to do is at this point, before we go to maybe, I want us to bring up an idea. Then we now try to go through the whole idea and try to write out a user research plan for the idea. But before we do that, let's see this. Where is this? Yeah. Okay, good. Sure. Right. We can all see this, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so good one. So once you are, what's it called? Once you are on your Gmail, just come to this Google app, then click on this last one, which is Google form, then we bring it here. Then you can do a blank one or a new one, depending on what you want to do. I just want to show us some certain things, right? Then you can say DPD design work, for example. Then research analysis and blah 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 and the like. Then you start. This is let's say the first one we want is email address. So it will put the short answer. Then come here, add questions. Options. Are you a male? Yeah. So suggestion, add all. Yes, no, maybe. If you don't want maybe, you can cancel maybe and say add others. So in this add others, you'll be able to type, right? Yeah. So, and the like. So once you are done with your own thing and you do send, let's say you now copy, for example, let me say, let's say send, not send, let me say, where's copy again? So this is the link. Let me say I copy this link. Let's shorten this. I copy this link, right? So after you've done this, you just come back and do this tinyurl.com. Come to this tiny URL. Then click on this, paste what you want to paste, then come here and say PDP, DPD, and say make URL. At least 5 letters. Okay, PDP design. And say make URL. So we have this, then you can do copy. So you can shorten this and send it to anybody that you want. Do we get the process that I showed us? Or am I fast?
Yes,
Yes, you are. Please take it again.
So if I don't ask you guys to not good.
Of course, we are going to talk. We are just waiting for you to finish up.
my own story. All right, so from which point?
From the very first beginning of the form.
Of the form. Oh, okay, is that too fast? Oh, sorry. I was thinking in my head that all those ones are tricky for you guys. So, right, is this place good or I should still go back?
Please go back.
Yeah, what about this place?
Yes.
Is this place fine?
Yes.
How did you get here?
Oh, yeah, like you come to mail. Your mail. Are we together?
Yes.
Can we see my mail?
Yes.
Maybe. Yeah, good. Then you come here. Then you go down form. Let me cancel it. Then once you're on form, you come to DPD, we have to pay me for my mail. So you come to blank, right? And you can pick anyone that you want here, right? So you click on this and select DPD design theme, right? Then copy this, Control C, Control V, something. This one is description, so I just have to put it that way. So I know you understand. So, but your own this thing, you have to put it very well. You have to put description so that the person will understand what your survey, and this place has to be your survey name. Let's say Coppers, let me just use this one. Coppers opportunity or something. Opportunities survey. Right, then you put the little description. You put the description, then you come here. If you want to take their name, then you can say full name. Full name. But most time, I don't think there is reason for name, but if you feel you need their name, then full name. Then if you feel you need their email, then say email address. Now, one thing about this thing is, see, if you put it this way and do submit, if they don't feel this, they will still be able to submit. But if you don't want them to be able to submit until they feel it, you come here and click here. This shows that it is what? Required. So you see this star, this red star on it. It shows that it is required. There's nothing they want to do. Right? If they don't feel this, they are going nowhere. The information will not get to you. Right? Then, but maybe you want to leave the full name to be optional. If they feel or they don't feel it, their own wahala. Right? Something like that. Then maybe you want, are you a student? Are you a student? Proof. Then you add suggestion. You can type your own and say yes, no, but this suggestion, we just bring it up for you. Then maybe, then you say add others. This add others means that if they, for example, they are not a student, is either yes, no, or maybe, but they are not sure if it's any of these three. So these others will say, okay, type what you are. Maybe you are a part-time student, or you are half a student, half this thing. So but you want to type it, so you just put it others there so that they can then you put required. So if they click on these orders, they'll be able to type in this order. So you put required, right? Now, for example, you now have another one, but this one, what you want is explain your, please explain, though you know you have to do, someone that knows about writing should be the one to do stuff, but you can learn it, right? So you not just tell them, hey, say what you are feeling. People will not feel it though. You have to be empathetic. Is it empathetic? No. You have to empathize with them. Please, can you share your last experience using a similar service or something, right? See, it changes it to be what? Paragraph. So it can either be short answer or paragraph, right? So you put it, and depending on you, you might want to description, no, and maybe you want to do. There's no, we don't put it. We don't want description. Thank you. So you say required. Now, what I'm saying is that now at this point you are done. Now you are done with this whole thing. Then you do send. Now this is send button. Who is that one disturbing us again? Mr. Akim Opo, thank you. So now this is send. You not sent anything yet because you come here, put the email address, then send. But you don't want to send it to any person's email address specifically, right? So you can just come here or this and do copy, right? But this is not what you want actually. You want this Google to shorten it. So it will shorten it to this for you. Then you copy this short form. But what you want is still not even this one, because this one doesn't make sense. This at the back does not make sense. So, but you have copied it, then you cancel it and say, guy, I'm not doing you again. Now we have two places where you can shorten your URL. I mean, two guys that are up, and then you have bit.li. This is the first one. Bit.li is one that I used a lot before. Right? It says the power of link, blah, 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 blah. They say the story before. So bit.li is the one I use so a lot initially, right? Let me go to home. So we have here, create your first link. So you can put the long one here, Control V, right? Paste here to make short, then I have done that, enter. So then you can do create. Then it will give you, this is the short one for bit.ly. Now, but for bit.ly, you have to make payment before you can change it to the one that you want. You know, you want to customize it. It's not that they should give you the word. You want to customize it to your own. So, but bit.ly will not give you until you pay. So, but there's another guy, which is called tinyurl.com. So for tinyurl.com, once you come here and paste that your long thing here, you can just come here. If you do tinyurl.com, then we ask you to put the name that you want. So let me say Lagos DPD or something, or DPD Nigeria or something, or DPD Lagos. Let me just do Lagos. Right. So, and then you say make URL. Then this is it. Then you just copy. So once you copy it, then you can Bits can make you change to whatever you want without payment. Really? Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yes, that's what I use.
See now, are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Let's see this. See.
No, where you went for that create, you created there.
Okay. Oh, voila. Let's do it. All
and
right.
You paste your long URL.
Okay.
And you go down. Then you
Yeah,
create.
this down.
Yes. Okay,
Yeah,
you've
what should I
changed
do?
the name.
You said?
You've changed the name. I was thinking you changed it, you put the other one.
Okay,
That
that long one.
Yes.
Where is that long one? Okay, let me do this. Okay, good. Send, copy. All right, control, no, come back, control V. All right, so where should I go?
The creates.
Okay, create.
Then where customize back off, you clear that part off. Where that
This
three,
one?
yes, you clear it off. Then you put whatever you want.
TPD, Lagos.
Then save. That's been edited. Then you can copy it up where there's copy, share, queue. You can copy it, and you paste it wherever you want.
Wow, thanks.
No problem.
I mean, I've left these guys. And I saw the customer. I'm going for custom links. I just leave them. Right? Like, well, you guys should go your own way. I have other means, so I just look for them. But yeah, this is nice. It's awesome. So thanks so much. Yeah, so everybody, are we together? Do we get that? I mean,
Yes.
hello.
Yes, sir. We are with you.
Yes, we got it.
Yes, we got it.
Okay, Chuku, is it Aina? Right. Okay, Chuku, which part? Like the pronunciation is what I'm careful about. So which part? Which part? The one, Sammy, which Sammy? Okay, Dami. okay. She said she did not get your part. Will you come again and say your
Okay,
say?
once you copy your long URL, then you go to create, then you go to link, you paste the URL here.
Paste the long guy.
Yes, then go all the way down to that orange box.
To create.
Yes, then you clear the half back without the slash, put whatever you want, then create. So if it's not available, to tell you link not available, then you create till you get whatever you want. You can use another name. So it has been edited, then you copy, and that's it.
Saskia. Is it clear now? Yes, she like, are we good? Is that why? Let's go on. Are we good? All right. That's I mean, that's fine. If you want to do that, that's fine. Right. So that's okay, that's fine. Can, chat out later. So that's that part, because it's really important that you're able to bring up a survey easily, right? And so that's the easy way, and you can adjust the URL so that anybody that sees it can easily click on it, or even if they have forgotten, they can just come over it and then search for it. And for example, let's say you have this program, that's DPD, then you have dpd.com/us. Right. So you know that one is very easy compared to, say, dpd.com/7121255, where the responses collected, where will it be sent? Okay, you will see it in your mail. You'll be able to, oh, sorry about that. I didn't. Where is that thing again? So once you come here, go back to your Google form, cancel, go back to your Google form. So you can always come here. This is your form. You can always come back to this place. Well, be fast. You can always come here and say add questions, right? Then you can more than one person receive the response. You can always come here and add to this place, right? You add to the question that you want, and then it will be updated. Then you can come here. Here you see your responses, right? So you can download your response, right? This one says select response destination. Yeah, that's for a spreadsheet, and the so we don't need that. Right. This create a spreadsheet for your responses, right? So once there is a response, you see everything here. So you can then amend it here and there. So from where you created it, because it's Google Form, you created it for your account. So it will be attached to your account, but you can share. I think, where is the share again? So add collaborators. I know there's something somewhere. So add editors, owner, then add blah 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 blah. Let me say, so I can add Alan, right? I can add him to this thing, right? Once I add him, so I can type whatsoever it is, then send it to him. Then he can come on board as editor. So any of us can work on that thing. So it's easy. Like, I don't know if I answer your question.
Please kindly take that again. How do you get people that have access to the responses?
Okay, you come to this question, then you come to your responses. Then, this one is still, for example, if you are done accepting response, you just close it. So it will tell you, you can type what people will be saying here. This form is no longer or something, right? So, and you can open it. So yeah, you can create a spreadsheet. Like, Google has their own spreadsheet too. Microsoft Word is one for Excel. So Google has their own spreadsheet too, right? So you can create spreadsheets and, or you can download all the responses once, right? This one too is here, get email notification for new responses, but you don't want to do that, right? You don't want to make every response just be popping up, boom, boom, boom. No, you just give it a time, then you can come back and check, right? Then, yeah, where did I go to save again? So you come here, then add collaborators. Then you can type this guy. You can type Alan, or you type, where is this my guy again? You shall type someone, right? Then once you are done, you just done. But I'm not adding anybody. Right, so do you get that?
No.
Which part? Sorry.
You did a drop down box, then the mail that appears, is it your own personal mail, like the list of mails you had, or they just popped up?
Okay, no, those, as you do add this in. So once I type this is the person's mail. These are people that I have conversation with, right? So once I type their name, it will pop out. But if you want to ask someone that is new, you can press it. Let's say anybody's mail, anybody here that, just say your mail. Let me just type. Hello, anybody. Let's say Damilare Oyi at gmail.com. So do you get? So it will pop it out like this. I don't have this person. I don't know this person. Then I can click on this person. It's already showing it. And I can say, she who's Annex Alan. Got it to me there. Alan at, see this one again, at gmail.com. I don't know them, right? So it's there. So you can send it to them, and I can add a little message for them to know that, okay, this is it, and this is what we are talking about. So they are editors. They are all editors, right? So do you get that?
Yes.
Okay.
So as editors, they have
Access to this.
privilege to the, yes. Okay.
Yes, they can edit your question. They can delete the question and put another one. Do you get? Hello? Okay, good. So let's see again. Stop sharing this. All right, so let's go back here and let's do this. Where is this thing? Yes, I think it should be this. All right, so good. Now I said we should do one. Anybody with anything? Let's work on one so that everybody can see. Anybody with any project that you think in your mind we should work with? Hey, you people don't used to talk. I will later call someone. Gabriel Peter, are you there, bro?
Yeah, yeah,
Are you there?
yeah.
I can barely hear you.
I'm here, so
Okay, good. So give me an idea now. Abba, give me one idea. Let me type.
okay. Let's say you want to run a house help service for pregnant women and young.
Who is laughing, man? You should give us idea. You don't give us. You are laughing.
For pregnant women and career women, something like that.
House service for pregnant women and career women. Like, is it like they are pregnant and they are career women, or pregnant and career? I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
The two different sets for the pregnant women and for career women, people who don't have time to most of those work.
Who don't have time for what?
Yes,
Do not have time for what?
like house chores and all kind of thing.
Is this what I heard?
Yes, house chores.
Okay, so this house service, this person, what would they be doing? Like, maybe you need to get your place clean up, or
Yeah, general clean up. Yeah, general clean up basically.
okay, Chiki is saying that why we have more diverse now than before. Is it because of the house service that we have more diverse than before? How should that affect diverse? I mean, it's just a good art service to ensure that everything is in order, right? Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Anyways, maybe I did not see it from a larger perspective. No. Yeah. So, Mr. Peter, where is he? Don't run away.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
Can you
So, Mr. Peter,
can you hear me?
yes. Anybody with their system here? Anybody with their system? With their system, like they have their system with them that can present. I don't want to do it this one from my own end. I want it to do it from someone's end. Hello. I mean, wow. Until I call someone, that's when we know. Kolade Oluwatose.
I'm not my
Yeah.
I'm not my system. Yeah, my system is off.
Oh, okay. No. Who else? But not connected. I'm not connected with my laptop. Can you do that, Miriam or Shijoke? Can you do that? Can you connect with the laptop? I want you to present, then we can.
I am with mine.
Who is the? I am with my. Who is that?
It's peace.
Peace. Okay, awesome. Let me.
No, just hold on. I'm almost connecting with the system. Just give me a second.
Yeah.
Just give me a second. Not this is my phone that you're seeing. You'll soon see my system.
No problem. It's fine.
Okay, yeah.
So I just want us to do it from one person perspective. So that way it's much better than from my end. From my side, you already see it. I know it's in my head. So if I'm this alternative is already in my head, like, hey, this one just before I do this, right? So yeah, it's good. Like I say, once we are consistent about all this whole thing, at the end, it will give us great gain. I mean, great gain at the end. It might not in the beginning, but then it's a compounding effect, like stock market. It compounds, right? Gradually, like financial statement, yeah. So it compounds, and before you know it, you are making something good out of the whole thing, right? So let me just copy this whole thing so that we know what we are working on. Let me copy and paste it in our. So anybody have any question before we? Any question, guys? Right. So the first assignment, which is today, is that we will have to set up our user research plan and carry out our qualitative and quantitative research, and we are to submit on Thursday. So once you have carried them out, just after the class on Thursday, you can send the link to what's his name? Send the link of your results. So for your qualitative research, the one you did, qualitative interview, right? Put it in a Microsoft document or a Google slide, right? Then you can share the document with us. Share the document to the class rep or with Zainab. They have this sheet. So share it with Zainab or this thing, then send it to me then. On Thursday, by Thursday evening, I should have the rating up and then the score updated in the Google sheet. Right. Any question, any addition, any subtraction, anything about that? It's fine, right?
Come again.
You said?
Please come again. You said the link of the result for the qualitative. You said the link of the result.
I said for the qualitative, like you can document it to your Microsoft Word or Google Slide. Then you share it. You share that document to maybe the class rep or the assistant class rep so that they can send it to. They will just paste it to the slide. So me, I'll go through it. I'll go through the slide, then put the rating. I mean the score beside it. Yeah, you are submitting as a group. This one is as a group, it's not individual. So this one is as a group. So after this, it's now when we're doing it. So everybody come together in the group. So if you have the what's it called, the link created already, maybe for the survey, you have it created, you can share it across various ways you think. But for the qualitative, you must select someone. Maybe you guys have 5 in your team, so you can just say that, okay, A will interview B, C will interview D, or something like that. Not in your group, or someone outside. No. He's not the one what we did this morning. You guys in your group, you select your what's it called? Your own topic. I mean, you have what you guys are working on. So you guys are deciding what you are working on amidst yourself. You come together, you decide what you are working on amidst yourself. And okay, so that to make it easy, so that one group will not still will not take the idea of another thing. Once you have concluded on what you are going to do, right? On WhatsApp, on our WhatsApp platform, on the WhatsApp platform, just what is it called? What is this again?
I'm already sharing my screen.
Okay, great. So on the WhatsApp platform, just tag me and put the name of what you are working on. Do we get? Hello?
Yes, we got.
Okay, so that's that for that. I mean, I think we are good on that. Who is not in the group yet? Maybe
I am. I'm not in a group yet.
okay. Which group should you join? Which group? Which group? Which group is less than 5? Is there any group that is less than 5 here? No. Okay. So you do group 8 yourself. Okay. Group 9. There's no group 9. There's no group 9. I know we have only group 1 to 7. We only have group 1 to 7 so far. There's no group 9. So wait. Ogechukwu and Mide, you guys can be in group 8. Right, so you guys be in group 8, then you guys form group 8 together. Then for group 5, there are 2 people that will be moved from where's Ghana? The last 2 persons in your team, let them move to group 8 to join the group 8.
All right.
Yeah, so the last 2 people, they should join group 8. So group 8 is 4 already. Tochi, Fidelis, join group 8, making 5. So group 8 is already 5. Are the grouping the same as nah. The ones Francis created, no, they are not. We have moved group 9. There's only group 1 to 8 presently. You were in group 10 yesterday. I think we merged group 10 with group 1. Right? I think we have merged them with group 9. So Aisha joined group 4. You said?
I said you matched group 9 with group 1, not group 10.
Okay, 9 with 1. So group 10 was merged with group 2, I believe. And we are 7. How will be 7 in group 2?
No, I think you didn't get the information. I will send the information to you now.
Okay.
It's part of the 2 people. He's one of the 2 people that joined the group.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't get the group you said I should join.
Yeah. A minute, please. Okay. Hello. Who is the person so that I can know where to add to?
It's Aisha. You said I should join. I didn't
Okay, Aisha.
get the group you said I should join.
Okay, I said you should join group. We are four. Someone said there are four in group 6, so I said you should join group 6, right? So that you guys can make up 5.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, yeah, Lois, you have a group yesterday now. Some of you guys have groups yesterday. I think that thing is with Akim. You have group yesterday too. You guys have group yesterday now. Okay, what happened is that this is it. So see, this is it. If they are already more than 5 in a group, just yourself and one person leave that group and go to another group and create another group. Once you are more than 5 in a group, 2 persons should leave the group. It's not a big deal. Just 2 persons should leave the group and go and create another group. Right? So it's not anybody, because at the end, it's not as though you guys will work in a group forever. It's just after the research, you have to go on your separate ways. Right? But at least since you are working with almost similar thing, then you can do. Okay, you will join group 8. I think group 8 is already 5 already. So you can do group 9. Abdulaziz Akombi, you can do group 9. Yeah,
No,
the
you
list.
asked him. You asked him to join. He was in group 2. He and
Okay.
Arafat. You asked him to join the group 8.
8. Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah. So just join group 8 then. So there's actually a list, but I think it's with but it's not around at the moment. Is she around? Yes, he's around. So I think you should be able to sort it out. Mr. Shei.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. So about the group, do you have something that could help sort the whole issue out?
Sorry, you said what?
I said about the grouping. I said, do you have any list that could help settle some people's I don't have a group or stuff?
Okay. If they could send me the groups they have already, maybe what they have already, so anybody coming up would be slotted into another group. Like we'll be fixing them into the groups one by one.
Okay, good then.
Yeah.
Good.
Right.
No problem. So I think we already have 1 to. So people that have a code 1 to 8 or so. So you guys should just try to like Ganiad for group. I think Ganiad should be in group 2. So Ganiad for group 2. She can just send it to you, right?
Okay.
And that will be group 2. Then do we now have an idea of how many individuals in a group? Maximum of 5 in a group. Maximum. It should be maximum of 5 in a group. Maximum of 5. It should not be more than 5 in a group. And that 5 is too much, but just to avoid too many distance. So
All right.
Maximum of 5, and it can be minimum of even 1. Yeah. If you are the only one in the group, just bring out an idea and do the whole thing for it, and you are good. Yeah, so Peace. Is she here? Is she still here?
I'm
Hello,
answering. Yes, I
Peace.
am. I'm
Okay,
here.
good. So can you help us open maybe something? Let's start.
Open what?
Microsoft Word, which one do you use? Any notepad or document software.
Sorry, I can't hear you very well. So I should open up.
Any notepad or document application that you have, maybe Microsoft Word or Google Slide or anything.
Okay.
So,
okay, so can you see Microsoft Word?
Yes, yes. Mr. Peter, can you help me copy what I pasted in the chat some minutes ago about the project stuff? I could not find it. I'm trying to see. Or anybody that can help me copy and paste it in the chat back so that we can see. So the first one we want to do is the project statement, right? So we want to do the project, is it project background, right? So we want to do project background. Thank you, Abdulaziz. So well, we are working on what did Peter called it again? A house service.
For
So you can help
pregnant
us with
women
that. So
and
the idea
career
is
women.
house service for pregnant women and career women. Yeah, exactly. So so our project background will be we want to search about them. We want to search about what was it called? We want to search about health service before. So you can just go to one thing that you guys will do, just for you to fully understand what the project background is, you have to go to search about it. You just like do a literature review, try to understand what is it about, right? So what you now, summary of what you get about it, that's what you put in your project background, right? Now, let's go to the next one, which is problem statement. So let's leave that project background because we could not, if you try to go there and come back, we will not meet up with time. Right? So let's do project problem statement. So what is the problem statement? Let's see. Lois, is she here? Lois.
So where are you watching? Okay.
Okay, she's not here. Ganiat.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so what will be our project statement or problem statement?
Okay. It could be something like to help career women achieve, or to help career women I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Okay. Okay, let's give you 1 minute. Then let me call someone.
Okay, to help career women manage the home front while at work.
Manage the
home front while at work.
Okay, but that doesn't look more like the goal. Doesn't like
So what?
I said, like, hope it doesn't look more like a goal or objective or something.
Okay, you said problem, Abby.
And not more like the problem statement.
Okay, problem. Okay, that's like a solution. That's like an objective, true. Let me come back there.
All right, no problem. Let's have okay, Chuku. Okay, Chuku. You want to type? I know that's what she's doing. Maybe she's trying to type. All right, so Edoza, is she here? Edoza. Um, who do I want to call you? Read one, yeah. Read one, my guy. Read one. Or anybody wants to help us out with the problem statement? Anybody, just come up and tell us. Yeah, okay, Lois. Yeah, okay, let's have it, Lois. Can the topic be typed here? Yeah, Lois, let's have you the problem statement. Please, can you help us copy and paste the topic here on the chat? Lois, let's have you. Where is that thing that you type again?
Where did you type it? I'm looking. If you can retype it.
Yeah, that's what I'm. House service for. Let me type it here. I think it's house service for pregnant women and career women. To something to, is it to cover, what did you say, to cover for the something like this.
House service for career women for
career women and for pregnant women and career women to cover for home. I like this. He said, she said 80% of career women have a stable home. Due to work and insufficient timing. But Kolade Oluwatosin, where did you get the statistics of 80%?
I formed
it. 80% is huge number. So if you say 80%, that means only 20% of career women that have stable home. That is huge. Yeah, but at least we understand what she's trying to say there. The challenges faced by pregnant and women designated to help them. Challenges faced by pregnant and career women designated to get them the help they need to manage their home. But what are the challenges itself? This problem says the inability to manage pregnancy, career, and house choice. So let's copy, please, let's copy this, that one of, let's copy the one of, is it Kolade and, let's copy Kolade and Miriam. And Joyce, the challenges, what do you mean by challenge? You said challenges faced by pregnant and career women designated to get them the need they need to manage their home. So what are the challenges itself? Because you are still making reference to challenges without defining challenges itself. So maybe in the problem statement, you want to talk about the challenge itself, like, okay, let's say the problem is 10% of career women are not able to cater for their family utmost need because of the workload of the home and an office or career thing, right? So, which has led to which has led to 50% of the divorce thing that we have in Nigeria as of 2020. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. Hello. Yeah, my ears.
Can I hear you?
Okay, so we have 20%. So we can do what she said. So 80% of career. Who is that? 80% of career women have unstable home due to the inability of them to combine career works with their family responsibility, which has led to 20% of the divorce rate in Nigeria as of 2020. Please, do you get us?
Sir? I'm hearing. I can hear.
Okay, so that's our problem statement. We want to put that as our problem statement. That 80% of career women have unstable homes due to inability to balance work and family responsibility, which has led to 20% of the divorce rate in Nigeria as of 2020.
Wait, you want me to type all this? Or is already typed?
It's not typed anywhere. I was just
okay.
Out of, and then someone said lack of maternal support to the children while at work. Yes.
Yes, that's a good one.
So maybe you want to copy this. May I say an ability to manage pregnancy, career, and house choice. Yeah.
See, I'm copying everybody's option. Everybody's
okay.
feedback. Then we will now choose.
It's okay. This says poor time management and health factor. Poor time management and health factor that arise as a result of pregnancy. Poor time management. Okay, poor time management and health factor that arise. Poor nutrition due to junk meals. Junk meal by who? Is it the children or the mother?
Okay, what I mean is this. Because of the absence of the mother from the home most of the time due to work. So maybe the children get to eat microwave food, or they get to home delivered food that is not prepared at home. And as a result, the meals are not balanced. And I think it could be well framed, Sha, but that's the idea.
Okay. Got it. Okay, yeah, you can go on. Just I want to say something. I guess it was a mistake then. Joyce, if you want to say something, you can go on. But if it's a mistake, you have to raise your hand. All right, so that's the part. So what's the next one that we Okay, so what's the next step? The objective of the study, right? So which means that what do we want to achieve after this, which is the objective. So the objective of the study is one, what will be the objective? To understand objective. What was the first objective someone made mention? What will be the objective of this? Okay, our research objective is first one is to understand the career women pain points in our quest to balance a family with a career. That's general, that's not specific, but yeah, one. Another thing is to understand how 20% of the population of the career women are balancing their family with their career. Right. What else do you want to do? Guys, what else? Here, what else? You have to track time usage and work pattern. I don't get Gabriel.
I mean, to check how they use their time and also the kind of work they do, the career women.
Okay, good. Yeah, then we want to do that as our objective. Then, is there any other objective that we might be missing out? Or if that is good,
if you can come again so that I can write out the objectives.
I don't know if I still remember what I said.
I mean,
so, but
when you say
someone
one,
said,
so that I can write it.
Okay, someone said track time usage and work pattern. To track time usage and work pattern.
I've noted that, so it's written already.
You said to understand how 20% of the career women are balancing their career.
What? You said what?
He said, the instructor said, to understand how 20% of the population of the career women are balancing their career. I think that's one of the things he said.
Yes, sure.
30% of the career women what?
20% of the population of the career women are career.
Your line is breaking in between. 30% of
20% of the career women are balancing their work with their responsibility.
I don't know if it's my network, but the line is breaking. 30% of the career women.
To understand how 20% of the career women are balancing work with their family responsibility.
Okay, I think they were encapsulator.
It's fine.
So understand how 20% of the career women are balancing work with their family responsibilities.
Yeah.
The second one you mentioned was to understand the career women quest to balance home and career.
You said?
To understand the career women quest to balance home and career.
To what?
To understand the career women quest.
The career women
quest.
Okay.
To balance home and career.
Okay. Home and career.
Yes, that's the first thing he said.
Okay.
So she said, this person said, okay, to help career women despite being pregnant, still enjoy being career focused. And will that be objective of the research? You know, what we are trying to bring up is the research is not like an action. So the research is more like you want to get an insight from something, not like you want to render something. So the objective of the research is more about getting insights than giving. So at the end, it might be to help career women despite being pregnant, still enjoy being career focused. That might be the end goal of the product as a whole, the end goal of the platform as a whole, but it won't be the objective of the research work. Because research work is more like research work. So, but we can note what she said too. So, what else? Okay, what about to know what women want? To know what? Okay. So, please, you can put this to know what women want. Though it's kind of general, it's not. Maybe it's not a little bit specific, maybe. But then we can put it to know what women want.
For me. Okay.
Yeah, so I think others just scroll down. Let's see the outline and see any other thing. Scroll to the outline. Okay. Is there any other one that will be giving us concern at this particular period, or we should go to the research question? Because of time, let's see how we can set up a question, even if it's few questions. Right. So what will be the first question? The first question will be okay, just set up question. The question one, do we need to ask for their name? I think it's not necessary. All right. So question one will be maybe, are you a career woman? Or a pregnant woman, or both?
What am I eating? What are you eating?
I want to know. I brought out rice. I brought out that I used, not cooked.
I hope all these things you give us after you have informed us.
So, are you up?
Let me help her by putting her. Let me help her. Okay, so like I was saying, so for the question aspect, we have the first question to be considering their personality. So the first question will be about personality. Whatever question you'll be doing first is about the personality of the user, right? The personality of people that are using it or will be using it. So the first question will be more like if the person is a pregnant woman or a career woman or both, right? So those are our targets. Our targets are those three. Those two is not even three, maybe three selections. First, the person must be a woman, like female. The person must be either a career woman or it must be a career woman that is married. Is it married itself? I don't know.
Yes, I think
Must be a
marriage
career
is
woman that
important.
is yes, a career woman that is married. And so that, but I'm looking, would it feel somehow making a research and then say the person should choose if career woman that is married, the career woman that is, wouldn't feel somehow? People
No,
feel
I
such.
just feel, I feel there should be a section for, are you a career woman? Are you married? As a married single? That the person will select the one that applies, that is applicable to her.
Okay, but that won't seem somehow, right? Hello.
I didn't get what you said.
I said that
said,
won't seem somehow, right?
How about single parents that are not married? You know,
yeah.
That's a different message.
Yeah, that was why I said
exactly. That was what
there should be a section for, are you a career woman? Then, are you single, married? Are you pregnant? Or are you expecting a child? Yes.
Okay.
Okay, awesome then. Awesome. So let's do that then. Will an house help achieve the balance for a pregnant woman to be more career focused? Okay, maybe you want to tell the person, will an ask help you to be more career focused?
I think what she means is maybe in the question, including that in the question, like,
Because
do you think if you have a house help, will it help you fill the gap of being absent from the home? I think that's what she meant by that.
I think I get that. I'm just looking at it because one thing about all this question aspect are kind of technical and need considerations, right? They need some consideration to balance it up, because before you can set up a question so that you can get response, and so that the response will not be biased. Because if people begin to lie and feel lies in it, you will not be able to get an accurate thing for what you want to do. So, but then I think it's okay when you ask that we did prefer, because, and for some, before they can say house help, they will prefer an house help, but they cannot get an house help because it's complicated, something like that. Right, but then let's put the questions as question. Let's put that question as question. Okay. Oops, it's 11 okay already. Wow. Okay, but we get the whole thing. Is there any question? Any question? I mean, any question, not any question for the project, any question for me before we go on break? I think after a break, you have another thing. So that means
Yes, I have a question. Sorry.
We are off for today. All right. Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, so these questions we are constructing, they are they are for the quantitative analysis, right?
Yes.
Okay. So when we are conducting a qualitative analysis, are we going to repeat these questions, or do the questions come in a different form?
Okay. For qualitative, this one is question fixed, like the questions are maybe static, they are fixed. But for qualitative, most times they are not. If first you want to speak based on A or anyone, then like want to show that person first. So in mind what you want to be objective analysis, but don't want to be fixed. Don't have those questions in your mind.
Am
Sorry,
I
you're
the
breaking.
only
We can't
one?
hear you.
Because the line is breaking. Is it from my end?
Sorry, your network is.
Sorry.
Okay.
What about now?
Just from my end.
Yeah, it's better now.
What about that? Wow. Okay. So what I'm saying is that we have quantitative. For quantitative, what we want to do is fixed. Quantitative is fixed. Is just these questions are what we are sending out, and then we get response back based on that. But for qualitative, it's more like a communication means, right? You want to make a communication with that person by first chatting with the person, then ask some certain questions. So those questions are not fixed. For example, if you have 5 people you want to do qualitative with, you don't start the same way for the 5 different persons. Right? For example, one person is a single mother. So all the whole thing that you want to discuss with that person will be focused on that single mother kind of thing. But for quantitative, you don't know who is who. You just send it out and then you are expecting feedback. But for this one, you know specifically why you chose that person. So you want to talk based on that specifications why you chose the person. So it can be as a result of, the question itself for quantitative, or things that you feel as you are talking, you just feel, okay, let me ask this, that it will help you. So that's for the qualitative. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
Yes, I understand. So
Okay.
if we're documenting for quantitative analysis, we document using Google Forms.
Yes.
So if you're calling out a qualitative analysis,
Yes.
like an interview, how do you document it? So I can. use the data?
It depends on what you want to. If you guys want to, maybe it's by call, right? You can try to put some things down, or you can record it. If you know now, you can do. If it's a call like this, you can record it, and then you have that listing. Then you can transcribe it, like convert it to maybe words, right? And send it. So that one will be like insight. It will be like a bulletin insight, like how these objective research that are in bulletins, right? Track pad usage, track time usage and work pattern. So that one too will be like that. So it will not be like, quantitative will be, some will be in graph form, some will be in pie chart, all those things. But this one, it just insight, it will be in words. So what the questions, the insight from what the person said, you write out the insight. The insight can be 7, the insight can be 5, the insight can be 10. It doesn't have to be 200, right? So the major insight for what A said, you write it down. The major insight for what B said, you write it down. So at the end, you can merge everything together.
Okay. Thank
Do you get?
Yes.
All right, great. Okay, awesome. Yeah, any other thing?
I'm sorry if I may ask.
Yeah, sure.
I know
Yes,
I wasn't part of the class at the earlier part yesterday. But I was just wondering,
okay.
all these tasks, all these things we are doing, is it the task of a product designer or that of a product manager?
Okay. Yesterday I said that it depends on the organization, how the organization is being set up, right? Now, in some organization that they have good setup, right? Product manager will do more of the research and give you the insight of the research, right? Now, one thing that it is important that the designer himself go through the research too, so that you'll be able to understand how some certain things came in, because you know the insight that was given. But in some organization, you are the one doing the research and you are the one doing the product. I don't know if you get me. In some organization, doing the research and you are the one doing the product. The product manager is focused more on the management and the research work, right? And in some places, the product manager is not the one doing the research. They have US researcher. So the US researcher is the one doing the research. The product management is the one managing all the whole product experience, right? You are the one creating the product experience. So you are creating product experience. The US researcher is creating the research for you. The product manager is managing the product from the beginning to the end. So that's the difference between you guys, but not everything, especially for startups. Most startups don't used to have product manager. I mean, startups, not like startup, like big startup. I mean, startup like small startup, right? Most of them don't used to have what they call product manager. So they have people that they believe the designer should be able to conduct research, should be able to gather research, analyze research, and give insights. They believe this one. So once they believe that, then the designer go with the experience. Even some believe that the designer should be part of the marketing team, right? To be able to create promotional ads, right, for the product, right? So it depends on many things. If you are involved in that kind of organization, that small organization, you'll be involved in many things. I mean, a lot of things. You'll be stretched. But for organizations that are a little bit balanced, everybody will have what they are doing. You just do the design process of the design of the product, and then you are good. So I don't know if you get what I explained.
Yes, I did. Thank you. So it means the field, product design, it's the simplicity is in its name, but the task is enormous.
Yes, of course. Yes, that simplifies it, right? So how it can go, it's huge. But how it can be restricted depends on the organization you are working with. So if you work with A can restrict it. You can go to B and B can say, no, this is how they feel it is for them. Right? So some people, you don't just need to disturb yourself. Even they can give you the wireframe. In some organization, they will do it up to the point that they give you wireframe. So what you just do, you just complete the remaining ones. And you are good. But in some, you start from the beginning, yourself, till the end, yourself. Is that does it answer the question?
Yes, thank you. I'm fine.
Yes, thank you.
I'm fine.
Oh, awesome. Wow, it's breaking. Really? Oh, but can you guys hear me now? Like, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Wow, you're serious. I don't mind all the service guys. Don't mind them.
Yes,
We
we
hope
can.
in the future
Yes,
everything
we
will
can.
everything will get settled. He said, Kudus, why did you say so? You said product researcher and managers they try. Why did you say so? I mean, what?
The English is too much. If you can't speak English, you can't even do it.
You cannot speak English, you cannot do vision.
See now, since morning we've been writing grammar. Somebody that can't even compose can't do it successfully.
Now, at least you put it together and I mean, it's the beauty of design. I'm serious with you guys. This is the beauty of it, where you understand it from the beginning, right? Where you know where you are coming from and you know where you are going to, right? We could just go to the design aspect and do beautiful designs. I mean, I love to do beautiful designs. When we get there, you see a lot of beautiful designs. I love it, right? But then it won't make sense if there is no beginning. So the beginning will help us to justify the end, kind of thing, right? So the beginning is very important for us to do. No matter how you like design, you must understand this aspect. It's very, very important. It's one thing that separates people. I mean, for you to be able to understand all this, it separates us. It makes people different from, it makes designer different from designer because this person understands the process very well. It's not just speaking based on, and then you have ground when product manager are speaking. You have mouth too. It's not as though they will say, do you know how they did the research? Do you know how this thing, how this thing? You say, you know how you did all the whole thing. There's no new thing on earth that you are doing, right? So, but if they just tell you that, okay, they did this, they did this benchmark analysis, they did competitive analysis, they did statistics testing, they did A/B testing, they did all those things is not new. Okay, for someone like me now, all those things is not new. Nobody can come from nowhere and be telling me I did this kind of testing, I did this kind of analysis, I did this kind of analysis. I know all the analysis you are talking about, right? And then we could do it together and I show you that, okay, let's do this process, right? Rather than someone that they told, sometimes terminology make us look like we are fools or we are not wise or we are stupid. Right? When people begin to bring terminologies, we begin to look as if we don't know what we are doing. Right? And that terminology is not like it's difficult, it's simple term, but because it is their field, people begin to use it. Right? That's why it is good for you to I hope I'm not breaking. I hope so. Let me check chat. Okay, I'm not.
Take care of me.
We can hear you.
Okay, good.
And so, I can relate to what you are saying.
Yeah.
Because yesterday in my capstone project group, the product managers were talking. They were actually talking about the models to use, how to start their research, all these things. I was just looking at them, listening, couldn't see anything. And when they got to know that we just started product design, they were like, wow, what's going to happen? As in, there's no time on our side, all these things. As in, there's no time on our side, all these things.
It's just that, man. That's one thing about this thing. We could have just go to the design aspect, but it will not help you guys. I'm sincere with you. If we go to the design aspect, it will not help you in a larger sense. You just be one kind of person, this design kind of person, and it's not good when people begin to restrict you to this design part of person. You must be a kind of person that you know that this person is solving a solution, right? Is providing a solution based on this, right? So there are some models that they begin to talk, oh, this kind of model, or this kind of model, or this kind of process, this kind of this aesthetic kind of work, this law of UL, this similarity comparison scale, this, all those things just to involve, right? But everybody, because you are in your feed, you want to bring your Oyinbo in your feed, right? It's just when we were in school, you see all those medical students, they just come and tell you that they did psychotherapy, something. They just bring that Oyinbo from nowhere and just give it to us. And everybody will be looking at them, so there's nothing they can do. It's their feed, right? And because of that thing, we too, maybe you study engineering also, you just want to bring one language from nowhere and just eat them back. So in that way, everybody just coming and the better just not what we so what is important is that you guys
Wait, why you're breaking? You're breaking, please. You're breaking.
Oh. What's happening to this network today?
Let's come back. It's still breaking.
I know. Wow. Let me see. So what about now? Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, it's better now.
If you can, hello.
It's better now.
It's better. This is strange. Anyways, it's a little bit strange. Wow, but it's fine. But do you guys get what I'm saying? Like the whole idea of what I said, maybe.
Yes,
Hello.
yes, I do. I get a point.
Okay, awesome. So that's why it's really important that we go through all this whole process, and we just don't just take one aspect and leave the other aspect. It will not do you much good because you don't know where you go to after now. It might be a place whereby you are the one that is doing the research, doing this, doing that, and the like. So you need to have the skill in full scale, right? Okay, guys, so let's go for break because I think you have the thing by 11:30. I'm sorry for taking a lot of time from your break. I know I'll be forgiven. Yes, I know. Thank you.
So when are we coming back?
Yeah, 11:30.
Okay.
Yeah, coming back 11:30. You have soft skill by 11:30, so yeah, so that's that. And let's not forget the assignment on Thursday are submitting.
Please, can we state the assignment very well?
The assignment is to write a research plan, then go on and do the qualitative and quantitative research. Your research plan, okay, maybe I will send the document to you guys on WhatsApp for research reports, but then your research, data. So then your research report, I mean, the responses you got, just try to put them in the document and send the link of your document to the class governor, then you will put it in this Google Sheet. So it is per group. So that means we are having like 9 assignments for 9 groups. Is it clear? Oh. All right, guys.